Let the glory of the Lord rise among us. Let the glory of the Lord rise among us. Let the praises of the King rise among us. Let it rise. Let it rise. Oh, let it rise. Let it rise. Oh, let it rise. Have you ever wanted to learn how to play the guitar, but just thought that it might be a little bit too complicated? Well, today I'm going to show you your first three primary major chords. And with just a little bit of practice, you'll be able to play your first three chords on the guitar. So grab your guitar and let's get started. So to get you started on your guitar, today we'll learn how to also tune so that your guitar will sound right when you play it, okay? So whether you have an electric guitar or a acoustic guitar, either one of those will be fine to use. So to tune the guitar, we need to know the letters of each of the strings here, okay? So counting from the bottom to the top here, this will be the high E string. That's string 1. Now we'll play the B string, string number 2. And then we'll play the third string, G. Okay, we'll play the fourth string, D, as in Daniel. We'll play the fifth string, which is A, as in apple. Great. And then we'll play the sixth string, which is also the low E string, number 6. Now, an acronym that I like to use is called Eat All Day, Get Big Easy. Yeah, definitely don't want to do that, but if it helps to memorize each of the string letters, then that's also great. Okay, so that'll be eat, so E here, all, the fifth string, day, fourth string, get, third string, big, second string, easy, right? Little E string there. All right, so now we know all the letter names of the strings. Great. And then now to tune the guitar, we use the tuning pegs here, okay? So what we want to do here is play the string first, so the high E string, and then we want to turn the tuning peg to tighten it. And then we want to tighten it till it's green, okay? All right, so let's do that for the second string. We'll put out a tune, okay? All right, play and then tune it. Tighten it a little bit until it's green. Perfect. Let's do that again. Great. All right, well, let's tune the third string, the G string. All right, that's good. Fourth string is a little bit high, so let's lower that. Okay, perfect. Fifth string, the A string. All right, and the low E string, a little bit high. There you go, it's in the green. Perfect. Great, now your guitar is in tune and it's ready to play. The next step here is to just learn what these metal strips are on the guitar. That way we know how to use them. These metal strips here are called frets, right? So, and it helps us to know where to place our hands on the guitar. So this is called the first fret, right? Okay, second fret, third fret. So the first dot on the guitar fretboard is like a quick shortcut to let you know that that's the third fret, okay? Great, and then obviously this would be the fifth fret, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And then open is open string right there. Great. All right. Also, when I'm referring to the fretboard, I'm going to refer to my left hand, and then my thumb would just be my thumb, and then the rest here will be numbers. So my index finger, the pointer is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, let's get started and learn our first guitar chord, the G major chord. So to play the G major chord, we'll place our pinky, the fourth finger, on the third fret of the first string. Okay. And then we'll place our ring finger on the second string, third fret. Great. And then, so we have 2 fingers down, just like this, and then we'll play those last 2 strings. And This is called our anchor shape. Okay, so in the key of G, a lot of the options I show you, you can always keep the anchor shapes for the most part. Okay, so usually we want to start when we're playing the chord with these always down. All right, and then the last finger here to place down is our second finger, and we'll place that on the low E string, the 6th string, and the 3rd fret. All right, and now let's strum from the low E string down. Okay, and that's called G5, or really you can keep it simple and say that's the G major chord. Okay, so let's strum that again. Great. And now let's strum that 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So that's the first chord, G major. Okay, and then our second chord that we'll learn today is going to be called C major chord. So we'll start again with our anchor shapes. Awesome. So the C major chord is very similar to the G major chord. The only difference here is that instead of placing our second finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret, we'll instead place it on the 5th string, 3rd fret. All right, and then now we'll strum down from the 5th string down, like that. So that's going to be C major add 2, or just think of it for now as the C major chord. All right, great. So now you learned your second chord. Perfect. And then one more chord. So our last chord for today is a little bit challenging in the beginning, but if you play a couple of times, practice a couple of times throughout the week, you'll be able to play it. Okay, all right. So this is the next chord here is going to be called the D, as in Daniel, the D major chord. We'll start again with our anchor. However, we're going to for this one we'll lift our pinky off, and then instead we'll place our second finger on the high E string, the 1st string, 2nd fret. Okay, great. And then our ring finger is still going to be down on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. So last one here, we'll place our pointer on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. All right, and then now we want to strum all 3 together. So that's the shape here, and then the root of it is actually on the 4th string. So to play the full D major chord, we'll strum down from the D, the 4th string. All right, so that's the full D major chord. Okay. An exercise that we'll do here is we'll play the G major chord, the C major chord, and then the D major chord, and we'll play each chord 4 times. We'll strum it 4 times. Okay, just down strokes for now, just to keep it simple. So we'll start on the G major chord first, play that 4 times. Next, we'll play the C major chord 4 times. And then last, we'll play the D major chord 4 times. All right, so get ready on your G chord. So 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, and then back to G. Okay, make sure you hit the bass on that G. Okay, it's okay to miss it sometimes, but try to hit it if you can. All right, so one other thing to help to simplify how to use these chords is also to think in numbers. Okay, so gospel musicians, we also like to think in numbers because it helps to simplify the music that we play and to see it in patterns. So since we're playing in the key of G major, all that means is that G is the first chord, so that's why that would be 1, right? And then in the musical alphabet, it goes from A to G. Okay, if the last letter you're saying is G, then that means that the next letter would be, you go back to A. So that's why in the key of G major, G is 1, and then A is 2, and then B is 3, C is 4, 5 is D, okay, and then 6 is E, and then F sharp is 7, and then 8 is back to G. Okay, great. So G would be the 1 chord. Okay, C would be the 4 chord. Okay, and then D will be the 5 chord. So we can think of it as play the 1 chord, 1, and then 4, So in the song demo today, Let It Rise, the chord progression for the verse is just the 1 chord and the 4 chord, or G, then you go to C. Okay, and that's for the verse. And then for the chorus, it goes 5, 4, 1, or D, C, G. Okay, so let's try that out. So the verse starts on the 1 chord, the G chord. So 1, 2, ready, go. Let the glory of the Lord, G again, rise among us. Let the glory of the Lord rise among us. And go to C. Let the praises of the King rise among us. Let it rise. G again. All right, let's try that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chord. 4, 2, 3, 4. 4 again. 4, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we played the 1 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so we played it 4 times and then we repeated it a second time. Then we moved to the next chord. So 1, you play that 4 times and then repeat it, and then you play the 4 chord 4 times, and then you repeat it again for 4 times, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and then repeat 1, 2, 3, 4. Then back to the 1 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 again. 2, 3, 4. All right. So that's the verse. And then the chorus starts on a 5. So it's 5, 4, 1. So, oh, oh, let it rise. Okay, let it rise. So the chorus here, we actually play each chord just 4 times. 5, 2, 3, 4. Then switch it to a 4 chord. 4, 2, 3, 4. And then we switch to the 1 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then repeat that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that again. So let's get ready on the 5 chord, the D major chord. So 1, 2, ready, go. D, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, and then G, 2, 3, 4. Again, repeat it. G, 2, 3, 4. Repeat again. D, 2, 3, 4, and C, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4. All right. So now let's actually play the whole song, and let's play together. 1, 2, ready, go. Let the glory of the Lord, start on G, rise among us. Let the glory of the Lord rise among us. Let the praises of the King rise among us. Let it rise. 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 Awesome. Today you learned your first 3 primary major chords: the G major chord, the C major chord, and the D major chord. So continue to practice, and as you continue to practice, you notice that you continue to get better and better every day. I hope this tutorial has been a blessing for you. If you've been blessed by this tutorial, remember to also like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more tutorials coming your way.